Good morning, rest seekers. I'm Peggy Norwood Stella and going to share a few gentle, easy moves with you this morning as we are building on learning more about our alignment and our balance. Last week, we explored moving the hips and where the hips move in relationship to the base of support, which, one leg to the other, and we explored how the hips move. What I want to do this morning is take this exploration one step further, because as we're working on alignment, we can also challenge our balance, which I'm sure you've already discovered. But I'm going to introduce a move called airplane, and it is simply changing the relation. We're going to change the relationship of the pelvis to the base of support, keeping the upper body still in alignment, right? So we're keeping alignment through the rest of the body and changing that relationship of the pelvis to the base of support. So let's go and review what we have worked on before, which is shifting our body weight from one leg to the other. So if you're barefoot and on a bare floor, that's fantastic. Just standing barefoot. We're going to allow, just bending one knee and allow the hip, right? Allow it to drop to the side of the bent knee. So if we just bend a knee, you'll feel that the hip will drop on that side and will shift towards the standing leg. That easy. So allow the hip to settle, keeping the body, right? Keeping the body relaxed on top of the standing leg. Then this free leg, the leg with the knee that's bent, is now free. And I want you to slide your toes back behind you, not even a foot distance, not even. Just a small amount behind you, tucking the toes under. You can use the toes as a balance point right there, tucking the toes under. And now, keeping the body, right, keeping the upper body in alignment, you're going to shift the body weight. You're going to feel the weight is going to shift back. And when you're balanced between both feet, you're going to feel that the pelvis, right, that one hip has moved back, the other is slightly forward. So we're on a diagonal here, on the diagonal. If you go a little bit further and allow the hip to shift onto the back leg as a stand, so go ahead, shift it diagonally back, and then just let your body weight settle on top of it. Now you're going to find the front leg is free, but we don't want to move it. We just leave it straight, leave it right where it is. We're going to shift the body weight again forward and off of the back leg. So here we go. Forward, off of the back leg, and now lift the heel behind and use it to send the pelvis back over that standing leg. So now the heel is off behind. You've sent the pelvis forward over that standing leg. Go ahead and let your arms go out to the side. And now, keeping yourself in line from the crown of the head to the pelvis to the back heel, we're going to shift the pelvis over the standing leg, and this changes. Right? So you've got the straight standing leg. If you want to bend that knee a little bit, that can help. And you're just going to shift and change your perspective. So now the body is in alignment, right? From the free leg all the way through the head. And then just standing, you're going to bring it right back up again. Touch the toes down. Touch the toes down, right? Go ahead, bend that knee. And bring the legs side to side. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So here we go. Inhale. Shift the body weight to the other leg. bending that knee and allowing the pelvis to shift. Keep yourself in alignment. Allow the body weight to settle onto the standing leg, grounding yourself there. Now we have a free leg. Slide the toes slightly behind you, not too far. It's not even a full step. And then roll the body weight down onto a straight leg behind you and feel how the hips hit a diagonal there. Hips are on the diagonal, and if you continue to move the leg, let the hips shift backwards, you can stand on, right? Stand on that rear leg. Everything's in alignment there. Good. Now, keeping that front leg, plant it right where it is. We're going to shift the body weight back over. And now the heel behind, lift that heel behind and use it to lift, right? Lift the pelvis forward and in the directions back on top of that standing leg. And you'll actually feel that rear leg free up a little bit. So now you just lift the toes, but keep the foot flexed, keep the heel in line with the knee, the pelvis. You can see I'm leaning slightly forward to begin with. And now shift, like just let the hips rotate over the standing leg. I'm flying. There's a nice balance point. Again, you can bend the knee a little bit. Don't lock it out. Feel that nice balance right there. All we've done, change the perspective, keeping the body in alignment, and simply changing the perspective at the hip joint. And as you stand back up, bring that leg back underneath you. Bring it together, arms down. Very good. So we tried airplane on both sides. All we've done is build on last week's lesson. So if you want to go back and review last week's lesson, you can review last week's lesson and how the hips move from one balance point to another, from one standing leg to the other, from one base of support to the other, however you want to name it. And then today, all we did was we kept that base of support and then changed the body's perspective to that. So we just rotated on that base of support. And if you've got a strong base of support and a strong sense of the movement of the pelvis, you can actually practice that move fairly easily. And again, don't lock out the front leg if you can help it. You can leave just a tiny bit of play in there. If that feels painful at all in your knees, just back off of it. You don't have to go as far into that as you might think. Play with it. See how it works for you. I'm so excited to share these gentle, easy moves with you. If you want more, if you want to review some, find some new ones that you haven't seen before, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is just Peggy Stella. That's all it is, Peggy Stella. Look for that and you'll see that there are other lessons, gentle, easy moves that are broken down there that you might really enjoy practicing at any given time. So I'll give you that little hint. Let me know how today's move worked for you, just challenging your balance a little bit with that pose. We're going to build on this some more in challenging our balance, and I think I might even bring in a couple of yoga poses that are going to build on this so that you can try those and see what you think. Anyway, let me know how this lands with you. You can leave your comments right here. Let me know if you got to see this live or you're catching me on the replay. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again really soon. Bye, Rest Seekers.